Hi, welcome to the next edition of Wednesday Specialty List. Today we are going to be trying out the list that I talked about a while back when I got a 5.0. And basically I'm going to try it out through Arena right now, which is Abzan Greasefang. Now the new cards that got picked up, of course, are the brand new Flytrap, Overlord, the Black Overlord, 1, Altanek, and then we have our 4 Say His Name. So let's see if this actually pushes this deck to another caliber, and it can actually compete even in today's Magic. So that's what we're trying out today. If you're a huge Greasefang player, let me know down in the comment section. And let me know all the punts I made, because I'm probably going to make some. I don't think I've played Greasefang in a very long time, so keep that in mind. So that's what we're trying out today. If you like this kind of content, make sure you smash that like button, subscribe, hit that bell notification so you go for future videos. We're on our way to 2,000 subs. Let's get there together, and let's get into this deck list and see the deck in action. So, stock list, we usually have our 4 Informants, 4 Fangs, Thoughtseize, Bitter Triumphs, the Salvage. For a while, they were playing the Mill 4, get a permanent cash grab. But instead, now we're going to go to Say His Name, because it gives us another alternative win con, which is kind of nice. We still have our 4 Chariots, 4 Parhelions, and a single Sky Sovereign in the main. Mana base, I'm assuming, has stayed the same consistently throughout Greasefang's lifetime. Sideboard, though, we have a couple Silences for the Phoenix matchup, 3 Duresses as a way to fight through combo and control, 4 Pushes in case we face the Rakdos aggro deck, which is kind of one of the most played decks right now. Then we have our 2 Abrupt Decays, I'm assuming, yep. And then we have our 2 Unlicensed Hearse, a little bit of Graveyard Hate. With Flanker, also is a little bit of Graveyard Hate, and a little bit of a potentially other modes, which allows us to scry, gain some life, or at post Wrath, if we face control, we could bring this in, make a decent sized flanker after he kills all of our 4/4 angels that we make from a Parhelion, and close the game out. So that is our Abzan Greasefang deck for Pioneer. Let's see if this deck has what it takes to compete in 2024. So let's get into it. Alright, so a Boros deck. Alright, so it's Convoke. So play a tap land, say go. We're going to put a pathway on black, I guess, and get down a Refine's Informant. Okay, so it's not the worst, or the worst case scenario, right? Where he has the Gleeful Demolition turn 2. But he does get a decently sized ward in the Inner Sky by the time next turn rolls around, so we do eventually have to answer that. I don't think the Sky Sovereign's going to get there in time. So we just play the Informant, get rid of the Parhelion, and say go. Alright, so a 3/4. So no Convoke threat yet. There's a Demolition that I was worried about. So now he has a 4/5 with Vigilance and Flying, which is harder to definitely block for sure. It'd be weird if we just naturally draw, as in say a Fang. So we Thoughtseize. Play a tap land, say go. So this right here is 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, that's lethal. So we have Push, possibly Decay. Flytrap is probably just not worth it. Thoughtseize gone. And maybe we just trim a Salvage. I think that's the right move, just because it is slow. Say the name is about the same speed, but the difference is we actually want this for this, and I don't really want to cut new cards. So I think Salvage is where I want to be, so we're not like that. Temple Garden, tap, go. So this should be a dream case scenario here. Unless he has a turn 2 Graveyard Hate. It doesn't matter if I'm going to have to shock myself either this turn or next turn. What do you know, I don't. I guess I didn't have to. Oh well. Unless he has Graveyard Hate, it shouldn't matter. Because this Fang will come down and just kind of win the game. Yeah. We go ahead and shove. See if you trade both. Nope. You're just jumping? Okay, you're trading. Which means your Convoke is definitely a lot worse now. You have no board state for it. Should we just say go? Yeah, that definitely was not good for the opponent. And he's dead to our 2 Angel Flyers, so... yeah, run it back. Vantage. Epicure. Put that on black, say go. I don't think I want to push until I see what all he is doing this turn. Yeah, there's the worst case scenario. He Gleeful Demolitions. And then he gets a giant Evoker. But in this case scenario, it worked out because the target I wanted to hit was Warden. So it made a lot of sense to wait. Next turn we get to Salvage. Into a Fang, which is not bad. I'm actually fine with drawing the Chariot, since Chariot's like one of the few vehicles that you don't really have any problems actually casting it, so... another Warden. They're going to scry a little bit. Looks like a Convoke. Is that ready to happen? No. Okay, that's fine. Go ahead and pump your Warden. Yeah. I guess we get a Chariot. Which actually is not, I guess, not the end of the world. And the next turn, we kind of have to... actually, we get another Chariot again, don't we? Because we just pitch it to this Raffine's Informant, plus tap land. But the problem is, I guess... if he blocks it, then we just keep recycling this Chariot every single combat phase. Make more 2/2s. You're going to tap these down because they were kind of useless. So I guess that is an interesting point here to make, is the fact that Warden will keep me kind of recycling these Chariots. You take 4. He does. Makes a lot of sense. Because he doesn't want me to just keep recycling it. I could play Land Overlord. What's my best case scenario? What do I find? Okay, so he just makes 2/2s. Tap, 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 tap. Okay. You can tap another round. Alright, so we have 1 turn to draw exactly a Fatal Push. Yeah, I don't think I'm winning this one. Yeah, I die. Yeah, we didn't find a Fatal Push. 0-1, let's get into the next. Through PayPal, I'm offering for $20 play your deck through League. I also give you an article about how to improve the list, and as well as some sideboard guides in very particular matchups. If you want to check out the link, is in the description. Now, let's get back into the video. Appland, go. Oh, we're facing green, huh? Yep. I need to play the Raffine's Informant first. I need to make sure I hit a black source. Nope. Go. I feel like we bring more black sources than any other color, so we should be able to get through this. Maybe. Attempt to offer a trade, I guess. Go. This is not looking so hot. Cavalier. We're at 16. I only have Black Source, but it's a tap Black Source. Go. That sucks. So even if we Greasefang next turn, that's 5, not 8. We have 2 Seiya's names, which is a little interesting. Another Trailblazer. And a Storm. A Kiora is a problem. Of course. There's no way he fizzles from this point, right? I mean, a Kiora untapping here.
Nature flows with vigor.
I can't imagine it ending anything different than we're dead. I guess technically we're not dead unless he gets into the Kiora or another Nykthos.
Right into battle.
So probably cut Fly Trap. I think I went 2 pushes and maybe down a Triumph up a push, run out like that. Courtyard, go. Play Overlord, go. I guess get back a Fang. So that's not helpful. No vehicles. Question is, does he bring in Graveyard Heat? Like, does green players play Graveyard Heat? Actually says, I think he could race us. And he can't really diminish his speed too much in this matchup. So it would make sense if he wouldn't. Just an elf. And a Soul Guy Lantern says Graveyard Hate. Yeah. Tap land, format. I don't know if we're going to find a vehicle, though. We don't. Get rid of a Fang, say go. Troll. And another Mystic. Sweet Thoughtseize. Hand check. Salvage. Take a temple, I guess. Or garden. Say go. Smacks. Take it. And another troll. Chariot's not bad here. Do I want to... Yeah, let's just play it. I was like, I could save it for the Soul Guy Lantern, but that doesn't seem very good. So... So he shoves in there for 8. We'll trade with 1. So I assume that means I get to keep a token, which crew, I can get this online and start making tokens. So another ley line, huh? Okay. So we play a Fang. Crew. I don't even think I leave a blocker back, really. Smack. Go. Especially since this will turn on now. And now it's a 5/5, so that's pretty good. So he makes another token. Cavalier. And that's the kind of body you want in that deck right now. A card that's bigger than my 5/5, so can't really complain if you're the opponent. Play another Overlord. Get back a 9/9? I can't really attack. The stupid Cavalier is too big. Really, it kind of tramples over most of my creatures. Even my Parhelia, it's a 5/5. So, alright, you're just drawing now. Okay, so that's semi-good for me, right? Like assemble something together, I will try to do that. Got 6 mana, 7th mana gets me here, which is big enough to get through at 5/6, so that's good. Another cab? That's a little rough. And a Nykthos on the board for 20 devotion. Wow. That is extreme. I could get back a land, but that doesn't seem very good. So I go crewing. He has 2 big blockers. He has Storm coming inbound. I guess pass. 20 mana though, like that's excessive amount. Sure. So Outcaster happens, then he gets to, like I said, he gets to a Storm. Hopefully, what's the point of clicking auto pass if it requires you to say resolve? Oh, double invasion. Seriously. Why must I click resolve when I clicked myself to auto pass? So no oddity yet. So in that regard, I don't automatically just lose. So he taps the Nykthos.
I love to make a splash.
So he draws 3. That's kind of free. So these 2 tap for 29 now. What last few cards do you have in your hand? So you're just attacking now. It's kind of ballsy to attack with your only 2 reachers. Question here is, do I care? They don't have reach. They're just 4/3s. I gotta just let him have it. Might be weird, but I guess he does draw a bunch of cards post combat, and that's why he wants it. I mean, it's 6 cards, I think. Okay, a troll. Okay, what point? What's the point of clicking this button? If it doesn't actually auto pass. I don't see my ability any way out from here, to be plain honest with you. So it's probably at the point where I should just scoop and be 0-2, and just go into the next game. So far this deck has not felt, as what I remember, at least facing the deck, Usually there's some sort of bomb hand you draw. And we've stagnated more than I would have thought this deck would be stagnating. Alright, just come on. Finish your turn. So we do all that, we just draw a land, huh? I attack out. I mean, I don't even get a Greasefang trigger because I have no vehicle, so I'm just gonna scoop. Go to game 3, go to match 3. 0-2, let's get into the next. I am now offering Patreon and locals content exclusive. It includes sideboard guides, budget guides, exclusive videos, as well as other types of content. If you want to check out, the link is in the description. Now, let's get back into the video. Tap land. Alright, Thoughtseize. Take the Shrieker. His hand's not doing a lot. Not with that starter. Okay, gets it back. Look at that. Alright, that's not a bad top deck. We can get up our Helium back. Get back a Marsh, they go. He could easily play Fatal Passage Pass, which is the right move here so he can get Fatal Push Brock. So at this current juncture, I think I still go for it. Reason being, this should be able to return it to my hand. So that's what I'm going to do. You definitely should not crack it, or you should not kill my threat immediately. With Parhealing, you kind of want it to go on the stack to target it, and then it goes back to my hand. Let's see if that's how he does this. Because you should wait until I target my thing, but he doesn't. I mean, that's slight, you know, a better play pattern. Now, if you know he has a Chariot, you kind of have to take the risk and just kill it right off the bat. You don't get that extra value. But in this case scenario, I don't have any Chariots, so you should have just waited. Another land. Well, that's not very helpful. Get back to Fang. Play a tap land. Go. We need one more say its name. Question is, can you flip these over to be a lethal? Oh my gosh. A bat? Bot? You have a bot. Sure. Talk about having some of the worst luck in the history of Magic. Watch me draw another land. Oh. Okay. If I mill a Fang, that would be pretty decent. But the problem is I'm like so far behind. At least we got to do our thing one time this video. Yeah, but we didn't have a Fang to win the game or potentially pushed us to a better matchup, so not where we want to be. Guess some Thoughtseize is reasonable. Triumph, Fly Trap, Salvage, up. Let's do 4 Fatal Pushes. Because, you know, Sky Sovereign's actually pretty reasonable here. So weird having this in the deck, right? It's like a weird sub thing going on. So, like, if I cut this, there's no reason to play Say Its Name. If I cut a Say Its Name, you're never getting this out. So it's like a double-edged sword either way. Let's just do a Salvage, run it like that. Alright, let's see how this hand pans out without green. We have a Rafine's Informant. We should be able to get somewhere with this hand. What do we find? That's another land. I guess we get rid of the Salvage and say go. Next turn we could play Overlord, and kind of hope that gets us somewhere. Next, if we draw a green source, we might be a little bit better. But at this point, I think I kind of went Chariot. I mean, not Chariot, a Fang, because I think that would give us the highest chance of winning this game. I'm still not sure what the heck his deck is. It's just Sultai. deck. So we attempt to play the Overlord and a tap land. There's the Fang. And we shove for 3 Sago. I mean, a push is fine. That probably tells me he has more removal for the Fang. Besides that, like, it's kind of a little rough. Not Seize for the Fang. Then again, like, this Overlord just gets it right back. So, does it matter? You're just kind of delaying it at that point. Takes my Chariot. A Chariot. I don't even have green mana. Interesting choice. Let's play, I guess, through Fang, leave up a Fatal Push. So you should answer it now, because, I mean, a Chariot getting on board is not what you want. Sure. But then we still have this 5/5 that's impending. Turns out a 5/5 when it comes down, like right here, 5 turns later, so that's like, what, turn 7? A 5/5 on turn 7 is not very impressive. That's what I've noticed so far about this card. It's like the impending cost on these are actually, you're getting a subpar creature. So you Thought Seize me, you take Overlord, I assume. Even though it is like, it could be a decent threat later on, but it's just, is it that good? So you take this, so you get something back. You get the Freaker back? Is that even good? So there goes my thing. Finally find a green source, they go. Now, how many? That's what? 2 Overlords? 2 Chariots? A Prankster. Okay, a Prankster. What's with all these lands? Alright, go. I would like any other card that's not a land, please. Sure. I could have just, I guess, answered both his creatures there. Arguably, I guess that would have been fine. I would have just removed. But then that means I'm basically wasting 1 removal spell. That could be for something better later. For some Picklock Pranksters, which aren't very relevant. Okay, Slasher. Okay, another land. This is frustrating. Go. Alright, so we're going to take... We're going to 7. Finally find something. Probably too late at this point, though. I mean, it's still not a very good turn. It's better than what I've been experiencing. You're gonna turn on a Reef and block it? Okay. Maybe I had to block. Maybe I had to trade there. Then go for the Fatal Push post. So now he cycles, which is... I'm still not sure about that move, though. Like, we're at 5, right? These Picklock Pranksters will definitely hit us to 5. Past that, you can't Thought Seize, that is for sure. I mean, that would just put us to 3, which would just kill us. So we crew. And I think I just shove out. See if you have a Fatal Push. He has to block here and here. Otherwise he's dead. Oh, I guess he stays alive anyways. Go. So this doesn't untap yet. And he hit me to 3. Desperation cycle. I don't think he's winning this game. Gets rid of my chariot. So I'm at 3. And then on my turn, hopefully we get back to this other chariot and proceed to win. Yeah. I think I just honestly cut this package this game. Go up some removal, and I kind of wanted to try back the fly trap. Maybe abrupt decay. Not like that. Do we just play the land and pass it? We'll play Thoughtseize. Take the reanimation spell. I wonder why he's playing... Oh, because this one also is a combo later on. That's why he's playing it. Alright, we play Rafine. Let's tap. Informant. Go. So Bat takes my fly trap. Play a tap land. Shove. Let go. Question is, can this chariot get me somewhere? A fatal push. And then this slasher. Okay. Chariot. Go. So now he's gonna start freeing the Fae. Pick up a Coco. That's not a bad maneuver. I never thought about that. Coco into Picklock Pranksters. So he shoves in there. So we'll attempt to pseudo trade with the slasher. There's no world, right, where he cares about this fatal push. I mean, pushing a cat, really? Like a fang. Head check, go. The next turn's a little bit interesting. Watch him draw a freaking fatal Thoughtseize here. Just to be ridiculous. I guess he does have a cottage he could attack me with. But he chooses not to, which makes a lot of sense, considering the fact that he probably wanted Coco this turn. But what do you draw? That's graveyard hate. Oh. Alright, that's fine. So I think I do that. If I draw a land, I could always just hard cast an Overlook. So we get a Fang. Get back Parhelion. Crew. Shove. Now he definitely can block a 5/5, 4/4. All right. Sadly, I don't have a push. But this better try and discarding the Parhelion is kind of nice. So I can answer this, which is I think is the most problematic thing. Fly trap, I could get back. Doesn't seem overly impressive though. Alright, so he gets in there with a cottage. And the Oculus. Well, I'm saying, why are you attacking with the bat? Okay. I don't know if I could win this turn or not. There's no point in pinning 5 this, so. So now he has to block the Parhelion. So we make 2 bats, or 2 angels. If he blocks here, that's 12. He gains no life this way, which I don't know if it's relevant or important or not. We get him to 2, and we say go. So a Fly Trap could close this out. Even if he gets an Oculus, like Coco, seems pretty decent. There's a Groundy. I mean, you could take my Parhelion, but that doesn't do a lot in the situation. Since I have 3 4/4s in the air. Cracks it. He needs, I guess, to get this Picklock Prankster down. Looks like we actually might be winning a match. I didn't even realize this was game 3. Okay. So if I take this, he has 2 mana. I don't know what he can flip up. I think I just take it. So I'm at 4. Yeah, he could always cast this Picklock Prankster, so he doesn't die this turn. Unless this finds me another vehicle, which 37 cards in the deck probably will. Alright, we got there. 1 and 2. Let's get into the wrap up. So what did we learn this week about this deck overall? We went 1 and 2 with the deck, and I don't really think the Say Its Name package is really where you want to be. I'm not sure what deck actually would want that. I thought it'd be kind of cool to have that as a backup plan, but overall, like, it just feels like it's taking too many slots, and especially when you try to sideboard, it makes it even more difficult. So I wonder if you probably should just be playing Cash Grab, which is just a better card than Say Its Name. And then on top of that, you could do something a little bit better. The only advantage, I guess, of Say Its Name is the fact that you could actually get a Greasefang, killed earlier in the game, which is kind of nice. Yeah, so the other thing I noticed about the Overlord, at least in this particular deck when I tried it, is the impending. Like, it does actually hurt, right? Waiting 5 turns, basically turn 7, more often than not, the 5/5 is not even going to be relevant anymore because his body is just not big enough. So I wonder how that actually pans out. Like, let me know in the comment section what you guys thought about the Overlord cycle. The more I'm playing with it, the more I'm questioning. Like, the green one's probably really good, but the black one, it just couldn't attack. That seemed to be a huge problem. Then again, we did face mono green, which theoretically is quite difficult to get through because they do have a lot of fat bodies on the ground, which Overlord just kind of gets stagnant against. So, well, that is the Greasefang. So come back next week. We have more Duskmourn content. We have a few more weeks left of the season, and hopefully you guys have a great rest of your day. Shout out to all my supporters, and if you want to see any other content from me, check out either one of these 2 videos and playlist, and I'll talk to you soon.